Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. So today in our live stream we are about to do a few more problems. This is a level higher. So let's see how we can solve these problems. Let's see how much of these we can solve today. So let's go to our first problem. Um, the first few are quite basic, so let's just speed run through those. All right, so to you have to do what is the first problem here? Okay, so we have to just print hello, and then name, and then welcome to programming. So that's it. So read a name from input and print a greeting. All right, so the name from input is used in the first line. All right, so we have to read a name. So let's see. First we have to initialize name. So string name is going to initialize name, right? And then, all right, um, after this, there is a get line and then cn and then name. First of all, okay, so probably let it be as it is here. Let's see what we can see out. Um, see out, um, and then I'm going to say hello, hello. Okay, let's just put it like this. Hello, and then you have to print the name, right? So let me just have that name, and then let us just, okay, the next thing should come in the next line. So welcome to programming should be on the next line. So probably we'll have slash and here, and then after that, let's add welcome to programming. I think that should be good enough. Let's see. All right. Spread, remove this part. All right. Um, I think that is good enough, right? Uh, how do I terminate this? Okay, good. All right. Now I think this should be fine. Let's see if this is good enough. All right. Code is running currently. Wrong answer. Okay, what wrong actually? Okay, there is an exclamation mark we missed over here. Hello ML, and then we need an exclamation mark. How can we add that? Okay, so I think maybe we can just add it over here after this, right? Maybe we can do that. Let's see if that is okay. Um, Probably good enough, but let's see. Yeah, so that was fine. So yeah, so let's just move to the next. I hope everyone got this. This is quite a basic question. So let us go to the next question here. Celsius to Fahrenheit. I'm going to skip this one because we have already done this while solving, uh, while going through the exercises before. So you can refer to my previous live stream for that. Even or odd. Okay, let's do even or odd. Even or odd. Let's see how we can do that. Um, all right. So we have to just check if a number is even and print even, or then else just odd, print odd. Okay. So we are taking a number. We are reading a number, and then for checking if it is even or odd, I'll say if n right, n is a number. So n is, we have to check if it is divisible by 2. So if a number divided by 2, if the remainder is 0, if the remainder is 0, then we can say, then we can say C out even, right? C out even. Else, else, don't really have to write else here, but just for understanding I'm writing. Else, we can just see out odd, right? Um, so this is the modulo operator. Modulo, you will get the remainder. If you use a division operator, which is the slash symbol, um, you will get a the that is the quotient, right? So for reminder, you have to use a modulo operator. Here we only need to check the remainder, so I'm using the modulo operator, right? So let us just close this as well, um, so that it's complete. Okay, now let's just run and see if this is correct or not. All right. Yeah, so we got that correct as well. Let us just, yeah, so we got that correct too. Let us go to the next question. If you have any questions, do drop them in the live chat. Hello, Zapman Lee Gamer. I can't really pronounce. Is it Zapman Lee Gamer? Anyway, I'm a pro scratcher. All right. Um, uh, all right. Welcome to the live stream. If you're new here, um, feel free to ask any questions if anything comes up. Um, Try solving these on your own after the live stream. Um, so yeah. The next question. Let's keep going. You can drop in your you can drop in your chats, ask questions in the meantime as well. So let's go for the next one. Make a username. All right. So this is a little bit we have to think. Make a username. Create a username and initials from a first and last name. Okay. Instructions. Okay. Read a first name and a last name from the input. And then you have to create a username by joining the two names. All right. Uh, all right. Create a username by joining the two names together in lowercase. That is important. No space between them. Okay. Print these two lines, username and then initials. All right. So that's what we are expected to do over here. So for example, the username is Kaitov. This is how we have to print it. All right. So let's see. Um, so let's see how we can do this. If you have any ideas, please do let me know in the chat as well. Um, how can we do this? So we have to initialize first name, last name. That's done here already. We have to get two inputs, first name and last name. That's also done. You have to create a username by joining the two names in lowercase together in lowercase. How can you do that? There is actually a function to change it to lowercase, but I think we are expected to do it without it. I'm not sure, but let's see. If it allows us to do it, let's do it. I think it's too lower. The function is probably too lower. Let's check it. Function to function to lowercase C++. Yeah, too lower. So we can. I think you can use too lower. Let's try that. Too lower is good enough, I think. So let's try doing that. Too lower. All right, let's try that. Um, also has to be no space in between. So how can we do that? Mm, create. Okay, let's see. Um, so if we are going to first, is it better if we just make it to lowercase first instead of printing here itself? Um, let's first make it to lowercase first. I think that's better. So first name, I'm going to say first name dot to lower, right? That is good enough, I guess, right? Um, yeah, I think that should be good. And then the next one is last name dot to lower as well. And here we have to print. So I don't know how to put them together. Let's see how we can do that. Let's see out. What's the next thing we have to do? Initials, right? So we need to get the first letter of the first name and the first letter of the last name as well. How can we do that? Probably have to make it into how can we get the first? Okay, let's get that as well then. Let's get that as well then. First name, or we don't need to do that here, right? Let's do it. First, let's see how this first name, now print first name, right? Now print first name and then also print last name, last name, and then you also need to have this because you would have to go to the next line. Now we also need to print the initial. So how can we do that? This is the uppercase of the first name and the last name. So here, um, can we just say first name, first name dot, how can you get the first, or can we just say, how can we just do it? If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm also reading the chats. So, all right. So let me just continue. Let me just continue here. So first, let's see how to get how to get the first element. How to get the first element of a string. Uh, okay, C++. I know it is. You can do it this way, I think. Let's try. Let's try. First name. I think this is good enough. I think this is good enough. Last name. All right. Now let's see if this works. Let's just see if this works. or at least we'll have some idea here. What do we get? We get nothing. We get no output here. How? Okay. Why are we not getting anything? Okay, we need to say here username, right? Okay, let's add this username. Let's add this as well. Username. Um, Also leave a space here and also here. Let me add initials. 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 I think that's good enough, right? But still, why are these not getting printed? I'm not sure. Let's see. Now we have these. I don't know why nothing is showing here. It says no output. I'm not sure. What do we? There is something wrong that we did here. There is some syntax issue for sure. Do you have to add the import here as well? Hash include. Hash include. There is something that we need to add, I guess. Hash include CC type, I guess. Is that what we have to add? CC type. Let's see. And for this, I think this we probably don't need anything. Let's try this now. Let's try. Still doesn't work. I don't know what happens. Do you have any ideas? What have I done wrong? Please do let me know. If you have any ideas, please do let me know. Um, all right. Why am I not getting the output here? Something wrong. DT. Okay. There's no member named to over. It's not. I think we probably don't. I think we can't use this much. Probably we shouldn't use it. It's not allowed, I guess. Is there a way to do it without it? Not sure. Is there a way to do without it? I'm not sure if I can do that. Too lower. Let's see. Should I? Let's see how we can do this. Let's try to do it this way. Um, Too lower and then inside. Let's do it here. Too lower. Let's try this. Let's try this. Still doesn't work. I don't know what's going on here. Initials. What's wrong here? I still don't get it. What's wrong? Let's see. Too lower, single character, not an entire string. Passing a string to too lower will cause a compilation error. You also need to add this hashing tools. Okay, that's already there, right? Where is it? Okay. Let's add the string thing as well. Probably doesn't matter, but I don't think that matters though. So this is done. Okay. Convert full names to lowercase for the username. This is how we are supposed to do it. I don't think so. Okay. Let me actually check the solution for this because I'm confused as to. Let's see the hints. Combine the names into one string, then convert to lowercase. Get the first character of each name and convert to uppercase. Okay. So I have to combine the names into one string and then convert it to okay. All right. Let's try that. Let's try that. Combining, combining two strings into one string in C++. Oh, all right. Concatenation, yes. This is how I can do it. Combine string. We don't need a space. Let's try that. Um, let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, not here. Over here. And we have to concatenate it. So let's see. So we need a new string, username, and then it will be first name. Don't need this here. First name plus last name. So that is done. Now you can just print username here. Tool over. This is allowed. I'm not sure. Let's see. Now what does it print? We have concatenated it and then we print username. Let's see what it prints. Again prints nothing. Okay. Um, what does it say here as well? Okay. Tool over C. Okay. For character in C. What is it doing over here? Convert full names to lowercase for the username. Print the initials in uppercase. Okay. This is character, I guess. So that's why it's probably like this. I think you have to do because we are retrieving a character over here. So yeah, so I think that should be done, right? So character, right? Character to upper. All right. So it's not already in uppercase. So that is also there. All right. So maybe we can do the same. Okay, let's see. Okay. So here It has to be character that you're retrieving. So maybe we need a character here. And then first name, right? Two upper, right? Two upper as well. This is at the first index, so that's fine. Two upper, two upper, that's good enough. Here as well, character, two upper, and then last name. That's fine, I guess. Initials, let's see if, at least if the initials get printed here. No, nothing, still nothing. I'm not sure. Username, I think we definitely have to get the character for that. Full names to character for char. This is for reference, so referencing. You have to reference the character here. So dereferencing actually. So let's see how we can do this. But I'm not sure if we have to use the for loop here. So for not sure why. For this is a for each loop. Um, kind of like a for each loop, but I'm not sure why they're using it here. Let's just check the solution. I think that's better because I'm not sure what we should do exactly here because they've not mentioned that you cannot use anything or can use the function. It's quite interesting. Let's see the solution for this one. Not receive XP. Oh, okay. All right. Do we have to do that? Okay, let's try some more time. Let's try doing this. Details. Okay. Lower. Huh. So I think we are trying to concatenate a string, right? So what is the problem here? Let's just try doing this then. Let's just try it. If it works, it works. Let's just try it. And then you also have last name, right? So last name, don't have to concatenate, I guess. Probably if you do concatenate, then you can just pass one, right? Just try doing that then. Can just probably pass username. Let's try that. Username, lower, and then username, right? I think that's good enough. Let's see. There is a concatenation part. This is where was the concatenation? Uh, string concatenation in C. Right. Okay. Where was that? All right. So yeah. So I think this is fine. Okay. So let's just do that then. Let's try this. username has to be in lowercase, right? Um, so tool over username, all right. Here, do we need to do the car thing? I don't think so. Probably. Let's see. Again, it's just not showing up. I don't know why. I'm not exactly sure. There is a solution here. It's probably just try this as it's given here. Let's try this instead of this concatenation. Let's just try this. First name, last name. All right. First name, last name. I think we are good, right? That's it. And then tool over. I can't do username here. I can't do username here now. So I'll have to do first name and then last name, right? So let's do that. Tool over. Don't need tool over. We already done. We have already done that here. So let's just write first name and then last name. All right, let's submit now and let's see. Uh, it's running. All right, now we got it right. So I think that was the problem, right? So you had to do this part where you have this character, right? You have to dereference this because um, to convert this, right? So it's a string, right? So to convert it, you need to dereference this into independent characters. So that is what is happening here. So let me just actually try to see, explain, let's try. Uses a range-based for loop to go through each character in the string first name. It makes a reference to every single character and changes it to a lowercase using the toLower function, right? This loop loops through the string name first name. Okay, so I told you, right? The and symbol means C is a reference. It points directly to the real character in the string instead of making a copy. So it's not a copy. So and then you have this, right? This calls to the toLower function on the character. Okay, all right. This is the thing that you're actually giving. You are giving the name C here, right? So that can be anything, right? Um, it changes the actual string. You don't need to make a new string, so you're directly changing that. All right. So you can do it by creating a new string as well, I think. Probably don't need to use the for loop. That's what I was thinking. But but as it says, it doesn't iterate through the characters and check thing, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, if I had said like tool over first name, right? Tool over first name, Sorry. Um, and then tool over here as well. Right. Um, okay, let's remove this before that. Um, let's remove that part. Okay, so let's just check what happens here. In fact, that's what I think we did first. Um, so that is the problem, right? We can't do it without actually going through each character, username, and even concatenation doesn't work. First name, last name. Even concatenating it doesn't work. String username. Let's try to do it in 2 lines. But still not going to work, I guess. Let's change it a bit. Let's give it this way. With the camel casing, username. All right, so let's try to lower and then username. Let's see. Submit. Okay, I think I just username. Let's see now. I think it doesn't work. I think it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. So you have to go through every character and then only then you can do it. So yeah, so this doesn't work. So that's why you have to. Let's actually go through the solution as well that's given over here. So we can have an idea of what is the actual solution as well. So let's see. Okay, so what is the solution? Okay, what have they done here? Okay, not bad. Just give me a second. All right. Uh, if first name is empty, and first name dot back. Okay, first name dot pop back. Okay. So they're checking if first name is empty and if first name. All right. What is this? What does this do? What does this do? Let me see. Um, carriage return escape sequence. It is a control character that instructs the terminal emulator to move the cursor back to the beginning of the current line without moving down a new line. All right. Okay. It, I think it moves the cursor back to the start without. Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. Does not erase anything on its own. It only repositions the cursor. If your new string is shorter than the old one, the fragments of the old string will remain visible at the end of the line. Okay. Not exactly sure why we are using that here. So the output here, okay, this is not C++, but the idea is the same. So, um, if I run the same code in an online compiler, I get the output as. So in different compilers, there is different outputs. Why is that? I'm not sure. Why does the compiler, online compiler, produce a different output, ignoring the, okay. So if there is this, um, it ignores whatever is there over here and printed. But how did it print this O? How did it print this O from the hello? It would make sense if I said like, okay, it prints world alone, maybe. At least that's the last string, or maybe the last word. Um, not, I'm not getting that. Let's see if we have a. Can you say in what does it? How could I get it as a word? Okay. So it moves the cursor to the beginning of the line. Okay, line breaks are managed differently on. Okay, so it's like I think it's not a single universal thing, right? It depends. So I think it's not good to follow this solution. It's not very, and it's also like uh, here also they have concatenated it. Um, but I don't think the solution is very good. I think this is a better solution, looks more cleaner. So not this one, of course, we did it before. The one we did it before, right? So using the for loop thing, so that is much better. So do not follow the solution. Let's see if we are able to go back. Yeah, this solution. So follow this solution. Don't follow this one. This doesn't look very good to me. This is much more cleaner. So yeah, I think with that, I think we can end it here. If you have any questions, let me see in the chat. After answering them, I'll just probably end it. Okay, let me check the chat. And also, even after the session, you can drop in the comment sections if you have to ask anything or just share something. Uh, all right, let's end it here then. And in tomorrow's session, I think, or in the next session, whenever it is, um, we can do the other questions that's over here. Uh, yeah, there are a lot more questions to solve. So let's keep going. And yeah, uh, I think you hope, I think you enjoyed today's live stream. I hope you did. And if you did, please do consider subscribing to the channel and also sharing this live stream with your friends who might also enjoy it. So, yep. Uh, See you in the next live stream. Until then, see you and bye.